So tonight on Jeopardy, we're going to take it back and honor our dear friend Ernest Borman. For those of you who may not know, Ernest Borman was the creator and founder of the Symbolic Convergence theory, also known as the inside joke theory. Basically, the big idea of this theory is that it creates group cohesion, and through the use of fantasy themes, which are triggered by symbolic cues, a group can create a shared reality. And this shared reality is the building block that allows the group cohesion to form and grow. And so we're going to test our contestants on their definitions and knowledge and understanding of his theories, along with their understanding of relevant symbolic cues in our culture today. I hope you enjoy. First, coming up, Matt, take it away.
Yeah, let's start simple. Let's start definitions for 100.
All right, definitions for 100. The creative interpretations of there and then and events that are not the here and now. Now.
I think for this one, I'm going to have to go, what is dramatizing messages?
You are correct. What is dramatizing messages? So Matt, that's 100.
Let's keep this ball rolling. Let's go definitions for 200.
Definitions for 200. An agreed upon sign or trigger that sets off members of a group to respond. Kyle McBee, I saw your hand first.
What is symbolic cue?
What is symbolic cue? Are you right? What is symbolic cue? Perfect. So Kyle McBee taking the lead with 200 points.
Let's go theory 100.
Theory 100. The creator of symbolic convergent theory. I saw Nate's hand first.
Who is Dr. Gardner?
Who is Dr. Gardner? No, I'm sorry. She's not the creator. Anyone else? Oh, Matt, you came in next.
Who is Borman the Mormon?
Who is Borman the Mormon? Also incorrect. I'm sorry. All right, Alec.
Who is Ernest Borman?
Who is Ernest Borman? That is correct. Who is Ernest Borman? All right, Alec, what topic would you like to choose next?
Let's start off with vines for 100.
All right, vines for 100. The spoons that cover this popular viner's eyes are used for one reason and one reason only. Nate.
What is blocking out the haters?
What is blocking out the haters? You are correct. Let's go. And with that, thank you for tuning in. We're going to move to a commercial break and we'll come right back to you.
Hello everyone, I'm excited to introduce my new documentary series on the study of Ernest Borman and colleagues about the Cold War paradigm case. They were trying to figure out if there was any connections between rhetorical visions throughout culture and community. And to do this, they studied the case of the Cold War. What they found is that all rhetorical visions follow a discernible life cycle. If you'd like to learn more, you can buy my VHS.
All right, welcome back from that commercial break. To recap, Nate just got the last point, but before we go back to Nate to choose the next topic, we want to take a moment to go back to our contestants and learn a little bit more about them and some of the inside jokes they've experienced throughout their lifetime. So Matt, would you be willing to share?
Yeah. So my apartment, we've really over the past couple of years bonded over football, and there's when you watch football highlights, there are some truly historic highlights. One of which is a Miami Dolphins football player who spends the entire game trying to find his mother in the stands. And so consistently we will walk around quoting, "Where is my mama, bro?" which is the pinnacle of the highlight reel, and something that has really made us laugh a number of times.
Thank you for sharing. That is deep and personal, and we get that. Wow, that's powerful. Thanks for sharing. All right, moving on to Alec. What's a time in your life that you've seen symbolic convergence theory played out?
This was a time not played out by me. When I was in youth group, everybody in my youth group watched The Office religiously, and I'd never seen it. So they would quote it and make all these references, and I just wouldn't get it. So I did not feel like I was very much part of the group.
Left you out. It broke the chain, broke that fantasy chain for you.
That must have been hard for you.
Let's connect after. I want to get the show. Kyle, will you share a little bit, please?
Yeah, actually this happened a few weeks ago. My apartment mates and I went out, and one ended up throwing up, and he threw up an entire box of mac and cheese, which you could still see the noodles intact. And so from now on, whenever we see a box of mac and cheese, we laugh and have a good time remembering that moment.
Wow, that's disgusting.
It is. Who would ever do that? That's all.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Nate Boyer. What?
Yeah, so I personally really can't think of any examples on my end, but yeah, I really like being a part of inside jokes, and it really creates great group cohesion. So I'm hoping one day to be part of one.
Yes. Well, hopefully you'll receive that one day. But rather than reminiscing and thinking about how you don't have one, let's move to the next topic you would like to choose. All right, Nate, what would you like to look at?
All right. Let's keep it rolling, boys. I'll get definitions for 500.
All right, wow, going for the big one. Definition for 500. Symbolic convergence theory is also known as this. Kyle McBee,
What is the inside joke theory?
what is the inside joke theory? Are you correct? You are indeed. Congratulations for the 500. That puts Kyle now in the lead. So, Kyle, what would you like to choose next?
Vines for 300.
All right, Vines for 300. Hi, my name is Trey, and Hi, my name is Trey, and I'm going to this event tomorrow. Kyle, back to you.
What is a football game?
What is it? Also incorrect. Matt,
What is a basketball game?
what is a basketball game? You are indeed correct.
Well, I would like to go with theory for 200. That
All right,
300 was
let's
tough.
stay on theory. Theory for 200. The big idea behind this theory. Matt,
What is creating group cohesion?
what is creating group cohesion? That is correct. So symbolic convergence theory is focused on creating that group cohesion. Vines for 400. I almost dropped this, but I didn't. Alec,
What is my biscuit?
what is my biscuit? No, not correct. Matt, I saw your hand come up next.
What is your biscuit?
What is your biscuit? Also incorrect. Mr. McBee,
What is my croissant?
what is my croissant? That is correct. That is correct. So Mr. McBee, keeping that lead up to 1,100 now, scoring that 400. So we're going to take a quick moment to go to our commercials and hear from them, and we will be right back with you to see who is going to take this game and bring it home.
The chapter from Borman's book, Communication and Group Decision Making by Randy Y. Hirakawa and Marshall Scott Poole talks about the overarching idea of symbolic convergence theory and some of the facets included. The idea is that symbolic convergence creates a symbolic climate and culture that allow people to achieve empathetic communion as well as a meeting of the minds. The reason that is symbolic is because it deals with human tendency to interpret symbols and action and prescribe meaning to them. That is, symbolic part, the convergence part, refers to the way two or more private symbolic words are inclined towards one another and eventually overlap. They start to overlap once people start sharing group fantasies. Borman found that in small group communication, that the discovery that the process of sharing fantasies when a dramatizing message is one that contains one or more of the following: a pun, or other wordplay, a double entendre, a figure of speech, an analogy or an anecdote, allegory, fable, or narrative. For the purpose of symbolic convergence relating to a decision-making in groups, the narrative material in dramatizing messages is most important. That's it.
Yes, let's go with definitions for 300.
Definitions for 300. The content of the fantasy and the theory's basic unit of analysis. Matt,
What is fantasy themes?
what is fantasy themes? That is correct. Wow.
I will take theory for 400.
We're going theory for 400. If fantasies create a destructive group that causes isolation. We just discussed it. Mr. McBee,
What is cutoff chain?
what is cut off the chain? That is correct. All right, congratulations, Matt. So you got pop culture for 200, correct. We're going to move on. What topic would you like to choose now?
I would love to pick definitions for 400.
Definitions for 400. The 4 features present in all
Rhetorical.
visions. All right, then. Well, the answer is, what are characters, plot lines, scenes, and sanctioning agents? So I'm sorry, no one's going to get the points for that one. Nate, we're going to go back to you. Which would you like now?
All right. I'm going to go with theory for 500.
Theory for 500, going for the big guns. This would get you close to Matt and third place, which you already are. But if fantasies create a healthy group culture. Nate?
Feed the chain.
Feed the chain. That is correct.
I would like vines for 200.
Vines for 200. The only thing that can appropriately fly around your room. Nate, I saw that hand.
What is a potato floating around my room?
That is correct. What is a potato?
I'm feeling good with the vines, so I'm going to go vines for 500.
Vines for 500. An inflammation of the iris and of the ciliary body. Nate?
What is iridocyclitis?
That is correct.
Let's just go down the line here. Let's go miscellaneous for 500.
Miscellaneous for 500. A composite drama that is shared by a rhetorical community.
What is a rhetorical vision?
What is a rhetorical vision? That is correct. Wow. Matt just at 1,900 points. That is fantastic. Matt, choose the next one, and hopefully you can keep the lead with the last remaining 2 questions.
Let's go over to pop culture for 400.
Pop culture for 400s. Where I get my peaches. Alec?
What is Market Basket?
What is Market Basket? No, you silly goose. Kyle?
What is out in Georgia?
What is out in Georgia? That is correct. What is out in Georgia? With the last question, we are just going to click on it. You don't even need to choose. But this is going to come down to the quickest hand and the best wits. Question. Jeff. Alec, I saw your hand even before I was done.
What is Europe?
No, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. Matt?
What is Jeff Carpenter?
What is Jeff Carpenter? No, but an amazing man with the cutest kids I know. Nate Boyer.
What is Jeff?
What is Jeff? That is correct. Nate Boyer just took the lead with 2,200 points. He has won Jeopardy on symbolic convergence theory today for class Com 205. This is what a nail biter, super close, but it was a pleasure to have you guys participate in this event.